threw me out with righteous disgust the second I stopped being enough. Guess I wasn't worth the twist of the knife. You just drove it in and walked out of my life. Too cold to watch what you've done. Too proud to hear me come undone. Left me choking on a tear. Struck scream while you disappeared so cleanly. Then you said you hurt me, like I promised I could be. Every hunger, every need, every future you dream. Like I asked you to wait forever, like I promised I could change. Like love was only real to you. If I could want you the same, you could've just said you were sad. You could've just said it hurt. You could've said the dream was dead without dragging me through dirt. You could've said I loved you, and I don't know what to do. But you made me into something cruel, so you didn't have to lose. You don't get to stand there like you were the martyr, like I was the monster for not loving you harder. I tried for years to build a spark, it's striking matches in the dark. Begged my body, begged my mind to want you in the way you liked. And you were kind when hope was still a future you could bend to will. But the moment hope was killed, you made my honesty the end. You don't mourn me, you mourn the future you designed. The girl who never needed space, never changed her mind. You say I'm just your wasted years, your wasted youth, your empty hands, your bitter proof. You say you gave me years, like I knew what they would cost. Like I led you through the garden just to show you what you lost. But you stayed with both hands open. You stayed because you cared. You stayed because you wanted to believe that I get there. And I'm sorry that I didn't. God, you know I am, but your hope was not a weapon you get to put into my hands. Did it ever cross your mind that my whole heart shattered too? Or was I only beautiful when I belonged to you? Or was I just a character in the story you outgrew? Only word forgiven when I ended up with you. You could've just said I'm devastated. That would've been honest enough. You could've just said I'm heartbroken, and I would've understood. But you made silence into punishment, then called yourself good. If hurting you means I finally chose to stop begging God to change me for you, then maybe losing me was painful. But it doesn't make me cruel. Maybe all I did was finally stop trying. Maybe that's what you can't forgive, because I chose a life that didn't need your permission just to live. I am sorry for the nights you held on to hope alone, for every house we never built, for every life we almost owned. Just because I couldn't save your dream doesn't mean I meant to destroy you. Just because I disappointed you doesn't mean I never loved you. You could've just said you were sad. You could've just said it hurt. You could've held a broken thing without making me the worst. You could've said I loved you, and I wish that it were more. But you closed every window and called it closing the door. If all I was to you was a promise that fell through, then maybe you never saw me outside what I could do for you. You could've just said you were sad. You could've just said it hurt. You could've just said you loved me, and let that be the worst.